Are we back? That was really weird. I don't know what happened. I was watching somebody else's stream and that happened. Are we good? Are we good? We can keep talking about this. I'll say it again. Picto chat cinema. Honestly, I think Picto chat is fun gimmicky nonsense. I don't think it's amazing because some of the transformations are pretty stupid and cheesy and not fun. But Picto chat is very good. It has like some flaws, and that's the only thing I will give it. But they cooked with this one. I'm glad they added. I'm pretty sure they added more transformations like every time they put Picto Chat in this game. Tweak. That's a penis. I forgot about that, dude. It was so fucking funny. Anyway, let's see. I'm looking at it. So Wii Fit stage. It's just a walk off with big ass platforms. It kind of sucks. It sucks a lot. Maybe it goes down here. I think it's just kind of lame. Yeah. Ooh, Earthbound. Dude, I think that this stage is like good. I think it's good. It might even go up here. The fact that it's like walk offs kind of sucks. It does slap. You got the little car, the guy that's trying to run over children. True to the game's lore. Don't check. It's kind of a banger. The fact that you can just become roadkill at any moment though makes this stage so funny. It's got the Fight Club but with hazards. True, true. The walk-offs are behind buildings though. Yeah, you can get camped on this stage, but it's like just wait until they have to get hit by a car, you know what I mean? They literally make it so that if you try to camp by the walk-offs, you can just get hit by a car. And if you see people camping like on the left side waiting for the car, you can just like follow the car in as an approach option. It's insane. There's meta to it. While we're on the topic, we'll say four side. Dude, it's good but promotes camping. It's actually one of my favorite stages to play casually because I play with cool people who don't camp. But like this layout with the giant wall that you can ping pong off of at any moment is so peak. Left side's got the moving platform and it's got the two little layers. On the right side, it's just simple, and then you got the random UFO that pops up. Yeah, I think it's fun, promotes camping. This is making me want to play Smash. That's good. Good. We were spreading positivity. Peach's Castle kind of. I think it's good, man. I think it's pretty good. The random buttons with the platforms. You got the random nuke coming in. So, oh, you want to camp over there? Nope. Maybe you combo with the nuke. You think it's mid. I think you can get camped on this stage for sure, but it's not nearly as effective. And then there's the item spawns with the blocks, bro. They stopped cooking on maps so hard. It's so sad. Promotes camping. I don't really remember this one. The blast zones are awkwardly low. I will give it that. And you kind of just SD while you can see yourself on screen. 8-person Peach's Castle is the best thing in existence. All right, I'm sold. All right, next. Sonic stage. I hate this one. This stage sucks. I hate this stage so much. I think that similarly to all the other Sonic stages, it just sucks. Honestly, I might even move the other Sonic stage over here, dude. Full-time Sonic hater. Bro, they gave him no good stages, man. What do you want me to say? Whatever. But you can see Silver do a loop-de-loop. Wow. Okay, in that case, we'll make another tier at the bottom. I hate Silver. All right, let's scroll down a little bit. Let's take a random one. Oh, OG Mario. I think it's just good. I think every part of this map is fun to play on, except for like the top left. A little too big, but really funny. Yeah, there's a lot of nonsense going on, but not enough nonsense to make me really like love it. Best stage for 64 combo contests. True. I'll leave it at good. That one's up for debate. Gamer, dude, it's like I think I like gamer. I like it. It's like a bit of like a twofer because the gimmick is fun to work around, and it also is so true to the game. So do you know what gamer is? I'll explain it real quick. The game gamer, I think it's like a WarioWare minigame or something, but basically you have to like hide your DS from your mom whenever she comes into the room, but you can't like hide it for too long or else you'll fall asleep, and if you don't react good, she'll like catch you. But like it's funny because while you're fighting, you'll be doing that part while fighting. You're like looking in the background, you're like, oh no, I gotta get ready for mom. So you start positioning differently, and then you get left right mixed up, and it's a cat. It's like, oh dude. It's just funny. It's good. I like it. The Dead Silence song makes the stage. It does. All right. Great Plateau is not so great. I think it's very simple design. Just a destructible pillar at the top. It's like it tries to be the Hyrule Fight Club, but like doesn't quite deliver on that. New Donk City. It's I really don't remember the stage. It like becomes walk-offs. The other parts of the stage just aren't that fun. There's like another Pokemon stage that I think is like pretty boring. That it is kind of like that too. If I see it, I'll put it at the same spot, but I don't really like it that much. I can't see it, which is sad. I forget. No, that's not it. This stage is another one where the transformations just aren't that fun to play on to me, but I think transformation stages are inherently fun because it constantly changes stuff. I think these stages are generally just kind of boring though. Honestly, I'll even put we should make a new tier for this one, to be completely honest. This one, Garreg Monastery. Halberd. Oh, I'm glad you said Halberd. I saw it earlier. Where'd it go? Halberd. I think it's fun, gimmicky nonsense. There's only like one real transformation. Okay. The best beginning to any map, because if you are not there for liftoff, you will just explode. You will just die immediately, and I think that is hilarious. I think that shit is so funny. But when you're actually on the ship and they got the random claw that just... And they got the giant laser beam, and then they got the random grenades that just be popping up and exploding, like, dude, it's genuinely so funny. It's a very fun stage to play on. And then like the in between where you're just on that like single platform with the little dip, I think it's good design. We haven't talked about 75M yet. Maybe that's a good thing, man. 75M is just not good. I think it goes at the bottom. I think it's just a bad stage. They tried. It's faithful to its game. It's just not fun to play on. I think it sucks. It's like the opposite of the tier above it. There's a lot going on and it's unfun. How dare you speak facts here? They tried, sure, bro. Big stages are ass. That's not entirely true. I mean, like literally up here, this stage is pretty big, I'd say. Norfair is also pretty big. Ooh. I think this stage is good. I think Game & Watch is a fun stage. Good transformations. It stays like the same size for everything. It's like walk-offs everywhere. I think it's got good gimmicks. I don't think anyone will really argue with me on this one. So what do we think about Brinstar? Or what is this one called? What is this one called? Is it Brinstar? No. Chat, what is this one called? Parasite? No, it's called... It's like a boss. Fuck, I don't actually know what this stage. Brinstar Depths. You're right. I don't think this one is that fun, but campy. I feel like it's actually no. You're right. You actually can kind of camp on this stage. Unfortunately, you're kind of spitting, but I love the stage layouts and I love how much they change, and it's pretty fun to me. Damn it! Like I want to put it here in fun gimmicky nonsense, but it probably goes here. Once the platform goes towards the bottom, it's Jover. Yeah, people just be camping it at that point. I don't remember Craig doing that in the game, though. True. All right, Arena Ferox. It's just like it's whatever. Random platforms, walk-offs, nothing too crazy. Lilat, I don't even need to talk about Lilat. I think the only thing that makes Lilac kind of cool is the taunts, and that's about it. Snake stage is also just kind of like the double destructible walls is pretty fun. The snake taunts, the codex calls, those are fun. That's good stuff. Surely 75M is worse than Lilac. We're not ordering within the tiers, guys. Getting eaten by Bulborb or washed away by rain is cinema. Oh god, are we talking about the forest stage for Pikmin? Oh wait, we got all the battlefields we still have to do. Let's get some of these out of the way. So we got Smattlefield. It's just like, it's just a shitty. It's just like, casually, I don't really ever want to get this stage. I would put it at the bottom. Similarly, I think Battlefield is just super basic and goes at the bottom. Unfortunately, like a lot of the stages that are legal just go into the ugly, no fun stages. I think Big Battlefield is like a little bit better. It's just like you only play it with like 8 players, right? Or else it's trash. So imagine playing a 1v1 on Big Battlefield. Ugh, shoot me. Battlefield casually is iconic, but it's boring, dude. You don't ever want to play on Battlefield. All right. Here we go. Parasite. What do they call it? Parasite Orphan? Frigate Parasite? Frigate Orphan. There we go. Where do we put this? I think the flipping stage is really fun, and I like the 2 transformations. So I feel like it's basic but good design. It's not crazy. Forget about it. We got Rainbow Cruise up on the block. It's like you get camped pretty hard on this stage, to be honest. But you can like I don't know, you can force your opponent to approach you. So I think it's good. It's kind of cheesy though. It's like very cheesy, but you think it sucks eggs? Whoa. I don't know, man. You're on the wrong side of history, dude. Rainbow Cruise is a good stage. Let's see. This Mario Kart stage I think is pretty boring. I never really enjoy playing on that Mario Kart stage. Is this called DK Falls or something? I think it's just good. I don't like that the floor kind of bends in when you walk. It makes just like jumping around and moving in that bottom area like really difficult. But the rock has Hyrule Fight Club, and the platforms are good. Those are good platforms. I think that one's good. Congo Rapids. Oh, is that what it's called? Okay. Peach's Castle 64. The bumper. The bumper. That's all I can say. The bumper. It's good shit. This is honestly, I think it goes up there. I think Peach's Castle 64 is super good. Let me get some water. Blueberries. Fuck. I have. All right, I'm gonna do this video and then I have to like close out on making plans. Okay. So yeah, I went to go punch the floor really hard, or my table. Okay, moving on. Let's go a little faster here. This stage, the sky, it's not Skyloft. I think it's no, it is Skyloft. Yeah, I think it's this. Honestly, gorgeous stage. I'm not gonna lie. You could get cheese on this stage super hard, but I still think it's a fun one to play on. This stage, similarly, like a fun stage, casually. The distance between the platforms is perfect, and just like random chance to die in the water. It's just like the jungle, you know what I mean? Spiral Mountain, controversial opinion. It's kind of boring, and it's kind of seizure-inducing. I don't really like it. This one, along with all the other stages that transform, it's just boring. There's just not a lot going on. Honestly, it's probably one of the less good ones of the transformation stages. Reset Bomb Forest is trash. Where is it? Okay, I think this first transformation is super good, but then the bottom transformation happens and like everything is destructible and like it gets campy. I don't love this one. I think it goes. It's so close to being good. It's like such a 50-50 stage for me. Let's see, the Pikmin stage. I think it's just good. Like, you can't really camp too well, and then you have the random just like absolute freight train crab just come and kill you at 8%. And then you have like the counterweighted platforms on the opposite sides. They cooked with that. That was a great idea. Destructible Bridge is also hilarious. Have we discussed the vomit-inducing Bayonetta stage yet? Yeah, we can. There. Ugly stage, no fun, sucks eggs. You can't really see what's going on. Honestly, I would put Northern Cave there too. I hate Northern Cave. I think it's vomit-inducing. I think it's hard to look at. And there's no transformations. It's just Kalos without the walls, which is the fun part. I hate Northern Cave. And then we have the arena from Fire Emblem. I actually really like the platform layouts. Unfortunately, it spends a lot of its time being FD, but when it's not FDI, I really like the platforms. You can get pretty campy on this, which sucks, but could be better. I think it's just good. Delfino, I think it's the best transformation stages in the game. In my humble opinion, I think they did a really good job with differentiating. I think it's good shit. Can we make a hollow bastard? What? It used to be legal. Yeah, it did used to be legal. This dude is brawl pilled. Hey man, they had good stages. They tried on that shit. I like this stage. I think this is just good. Not much else to say. Unremarkable otherwise. Skyloft is another basic transformation stage. Probably on the higher end of the basic transformation stages. Still good. This is the Yoshi level where the Birdo pops up on the left and right sides, and you have the Hyrule Fight Club is like most of what's going on down there, and then you got the logs down there to screw over people who are camping at the bottom. I would give this one a good, but this one can be cheesable, we'll say. Ultimate has too many stages. What the heck? That's not Yoshi. Okay, buddy. Okay, Luigi's Mansion. I am a Luigi's Mansion enjoyer. I don't care what anybody says. Destructible terrain, awesome. Hyrule Fight Club is the entirety of the bottom floor, sweet. You can fight on the roof. if you're a Giga Chad, like advantage state actually matters. I like Luigi's Mansion. It's one of my favorites, and it's actually probably my favorite Omega stage too. Fun fact about Mars. Um, Mansion is just Wrecking Crew. That is just wrong. The train stage, it's pretty good. I don't know though. There's a lot of platforms, and you can like ignore the train sometimes, but sometimes there's a bomb on the train. I think it's good. I think train is good. Train is okay until it pushes you full screen. Fun gimmicks. I don't know if they're fun. I'll say they're gimmicks. Oh, this one is like, I think 8-player Smash Hyrule Castle is low-key peak, but it's so carried by being 8-player because like this stage is, dude, I don't know, man. S tier, but you can get. I mean, I guess you won't always get super camped, and you can contest the camping pretty easily. The right Fight Club is awesome. The platforms in the middle is just like layers to it, and then the left is like hell. So honestly, you know what? Sure, I'll shake to that. That's probably the biggest good stage that we have right now is Hyrule Castle. Big Blue is just, it's old. It was cool when it first came out, but it's old now, and I don't even really like it. I think you kind of just die sometimes and you get camped. Not Pilot Wing. Woohoo Island. Fun fact. Oh, fuck, I just got like heartburn. Woohoo Island used to be like legal where I was from. Don't know why. Another instance of why is this stage legal. I think it actually has good transformations though. As far as transformation stages go, I think it's on the higher end. It's a little too big, which sucks. But no, actually the beach transformation is super boring, but the Rock Island one is good. You hate the bridge section? I like the bridge section. It gets crazy on the bridge section. Wily Castle sucks eggs because of the yellow guy? Yeah, I agree. I think Yellow Devil makes this stage suck. You got like the random platforms showing up, but again, it's just like similar to how we have Battlefield with extra steps. It's FD with extra steps, and also a big guy to screw you over. We'll put this with the Pac-Man stage. This shit is not cooking. Is this the bridge? This is Elden Bridge or Elder Bridge, whatever it's called. Everyone in my chat was saying that the bridge is good, but I think the bridge is ass. Wrong. How is bridge good? Bridge is so lame. It's such a nothing bridge. Did you guys know about the hold on, let me see if I can look it up. Brawl Jigglypuff Elden Ring glitch. I said Elden Ring. I meant Elden Bridge. Bridge of Elden. Let's try that one. Bridge of Elden glitch. Yeah. Did you guys know about this? You wait for the thing to grow back because the bridge comes back. And you could just be big ass Jigglypuff. Not the trip. As soon as this guy dashed. Holy. That's a fun little glitch. That's the only good thing about Elden Bridge. Bridge of Elden. You never knew that? Yeah. That is pretty cool. All right, let's see. Boxing Ring is... I think it's a good stage. I like the whole chandelier thing or the lights going on. But it's so... Like, you have your cheesers on the sides trying to, like, knock you out early. And then, like, the ring is pretty boring to stay in because it's just the ring. It's like it's close to being a good stage. I feel like because like jumping on the sides is fun and like fighting on the lights is fun. It's like great for 8 player Smash, but that's about it. The ring is somehow the worst part of the ring. True. Oh, this stage is ass. I don't even remember what it's called. That's how ass it is. I have fought campers upon campers on this stage, and it's so whack. Oh, this is. Oh no, this stage. I feel like it's basic. I don't like the gimmicks on this stage. It's hard to move. Honestly, I'm putting it down here. This Pikmin stage, I'm not loving it. Smashville. It's basic but good design, right? You can't really complain. You're just happy to be there. Platform moves, whatever. We take it. That's probably the best, most fun legal stage, I think. Let's see. Let's do Pokemon Stadiums. Pokemon Stadium 1 transformations. We got the rock wall, which is fun. We got the fire, which is really fun. The water is okay. And then PS2 is good. I think it's just good. I think it's just good. I think PS2 is worse. I think PS2 transformations are all bad. You have the stupid treadmills. You have the stupid wind one. And then the rock one is just the only decent thing going on in there. It just sucks. It sucks. I hate PS2 casually. PS1 is leagues ahead. Yeah, ice floor. Yeah, no, yeah. PS2 is so shit. All right. This is just like the platform layout's good, and then Wispy just destroys you, and then casuals get pineappled. The platform layout is good, and that's the only thing keeping this from being bottom tier. We're talking about Dreamland. This is Unova. I don't remember Unova casually. I know the stairs show up on the left and right side of the stage, so I mean, if it's not very memorable, I'm just gonna put it here. We got the Inkling stage. I don't remember the name of it. I think it's like something Heights, Octo something. I don't know. I actually like this stage. I think it's one of the good big stages. The multi-layered stuff. You get camped, but you just go around the sides and you're fine, right? You end up doing most of your fighting down here anyway, and then you go up there for juggles. You see a lot of the stage regardless of how you play, and I appreciate that. I think it's a good Murray Towers. Yes, that is what it's called. This is Big Blue. I think it's just outdated on transformation stages, but it's still Big Blue. It goes fast, and you get hit by cars, and I like hitting people with cars, especially around my neighborhood. And the more feeble they look, the better. Moving on, Nintendogs is a bad stage. It's like no, you just die, dude. I have gotten wombo comboed by the falling items on this stage to my death, and I've hated it since. Call me traumatized. Magic Can't. I really like the platform layout. It's like really good. I think the only thing that holds this stage back from being fun gimmicky is that the stupid Birdman shows up at the same place and like everyone wants to go and be his best friend. That's the only thing that sucks. Flying Man is funny, but he's also annoying. Birdman sucks. Yeah, he's the only thing stopping the stage from going up here. Birdman is that strong. We got Gerudo Valley. This is from 3DS, I think. That freaking bird that I hate. The stage just randomly like cuts itself in half with like fire on one side or ice on the other side, and then like you got the bridge breaks. I think it's just good. I don't think it's anything too crazy. I think it's basic. I'd say basic but good design. The old F-Zero is like it's just this, yeah, unfun but not a lot going on. Like platform layout is fine. It's really just whatever. It's not that fun. Tortimer Island. Where do we put this? I think it's just basic but good design. I feel like it's a massive stage for no reason, and then like the trees wherever they spawn is like totally random. And then you got Cap'n coming on that boat, but like it's just there's not a lot going on. It's very basic. It has shark. The sharks are cool though. We like the shark. Okay. Some of my least favorite or least played stages are coming up here, but Suzaku Castle is good. I like Suzaku Castle. It actually, I think it promotes camping. Because you either you camp in the this cringe area where the walk off is, or you're like on a platform where nobody wants to be around you, and it's just bad. Ow, dude. I'm getting like random sharp pains, like my lower chest, like under my pec. I'm gonna die. Okay. I think this stage is so close to being goated. This is Spear Pillar, right? Spear Pillar. The cave at the bottom, great, awesome. Hyrule Fight Club. The Pokemon that shows up and just blasts the stage into like a hole into the stage, awesome, fun, love that. And then they take the stage and they flip it upside down, and I'm like, why did you do that? Why did you do that? That sucked. That, like, I would put it in fun gimmicky nonsense, but I can't put it at the top simply because of that one transformation. Palkia's that Pokemon's name. Least favorite Pokemon. Palkia is ugly and stupid. Your brain is simply too small for that stage. Listen, I whoop your ass in Civ every week, okay? You can't call my brain small and still get outbrained by me. Alright? Anyway. Is this, Find Me? Or it's me something. You know you can KO the little guy in the cage? It has, like, pendulum mechanics. I don't know what else to call it. I think it's whatever. The stage just, like, randomly disappears. It's, like, it's whatever. Find Me, yeah. The fishing stage, Balloon Man. I don't like this stage very much. I don't really understand what's going on most of the time, and I just end up getting camped. Paper Mario is just another, like, very basic stage. It just gets windy. And, like, the layout of the stage is whatever. Hollow Bastard. It's very basic, but it's good. It's a beautiful stage. I think I'd put it here simply for the aesthetics and the music itself. But the platform layout is very good, and then you get your random funny Disney character posted on the background once you get the last stocks, and I think that's cool. Duck Hunt. I haven't played on Duck Hunt in so long. Oh my god. When's the last time I played on Duck Hunt? This used to be legal. Oh my goodness. I'd still put it in, like, kind of unfun. There's just not enough going on. You can hit the birds and that's about it. Dittos on Duck Hunt. Ooh. Yeah, definitely it's been since Smash 4. The Mishima Dojo. I think it's good. I think it's got that, like, that Terry stage going on up here. But it's not as fun. Because you can just hit the walls and it breaks, like, a chunk of the wall. And it, like, you make a blast zone in a specific area for a certain amount of time. And I think that's cool. But the Mishima Dojo is just, it's just good. The Minecraft stage, one of my least played on stages. But it's, like, mostly destructible environments. And I like the layout a lot. I think that's cool. I think this one is stupid. I hate the way the stage, like, it feels to play on this stage. This is, it's the Xenoblade 2 stage that came with Pyramithra. I can't remember the name of it. It's Grandpa. That's all I know. They got the one little platform. They got the... It's boring. It's a boring stage. It's boring. I don't like it. I'd put it here, I guess, just to be kind to the people who do love it. I don't remember this stage. Is this a scroller? Or is this Mario Maker? Or is this Mario Maker? We'll go after. Saffron City. Let's just put Saffron City here. Your Xenoblade Chronicles 2 bias is stupid. Well, that game is stupid. The other Xenoblade one, you just get camped. Unfortunately. I like that Metal Face shows up and he becomes a don't stand here. The spring is fun. The platform layout is fun. I like this stage, especially the more people that are playing. It's kind of cheesy. The whole, like, middle area is empty, which is a weird design choice. But music's great. Background's awesome. Platforms are fun to work around. Random ledges will catch you. It's good stuff. Dude, okay. This one. This is Tomodachi Life. It's alright. I mean, it's alright. It's like Luigi's Mansion without the fun. And they added another floor. It's so basic. It's not, there's not a lot going on. I still to this day have no idea what Tomodachi is. You could die not knowing. It's totally fine. Slightly Fight Clubby? No, it's really not though. Whatever. This is the Yoshi stage, right? Where the ground disappears and they just dangle a bunch of stuff for you to stand on. I think it's fine. You end up camping on most of those transformations anyway, but I don't know. 3D Land. Was I even right about this stage? Okay, and genuinely, okay, so this one's stupid. You just like grab a bunch of coins and you become gold power, and then you go back and forth between the stages, and it's like, whatever. I think the design itself is basic, and like the grabbing coins is like fun for like the first time you play it, and then it just becomes more about grabbing coins than actually playing the game, and I think it's stupid for that. The first Mario Maker, on the other hand, it's one of the better transformation or like moving scroller stages. Just fun layouts. You don't have to grab coins. It's a slow scroller into transformations. Mario Maker is best stage. Mario Maker best stage. Yeah, I doubt it, bro. I don't know where to put this stage then. I don't remember. Honestly, these two stages are my least played stages in all of my hours of Ultimate. So you guys can rank these two, because I know this is the Kirby 64 one, and I don't even remember this one. I don't even know what it's called. Both side scrollers. Well, that doesn't bode well for them at all. Both mid. Kind of eh. All right, unfun or like ugly ass. Both kind of bad. I'll take your word for it, chat. Damn, there's more stages than I expected. Well, there you go. This is it. This is the actual factual list of all of the stages in the game. Wow. Isn't that insane? We've ranked all of them. From the top, we got the WarioWares, we got the Saffron Cities. I don't even need to talk about that one. This is just fun. This is a fun stage to move around on. You got Min Min with the new one. I like that there's some DLC in here. There's some OGs from the 64, and then there's some in the center. I think the fact that they cooked in like every game except for apparently Smash 4, there's no Smash 4 stages here, is cool. I think that's good. So this is the top of the list. This is the bottom of the list. And hey, if you agree with me, if you think I'm mostly right, go ahead and tell me. If you want to praise me in the comments and talk about how right I am, please do. Or you can tell me that I'm stupid and stinky and that you actually love all of the Sonic stages and that I don't know what I'm talking about. You can go ahead and say that in the comments. You can say whatever the hell you want. But while you're down there, you have to subscribe to the channel and like the video. I'll see you in the next one. Bye-bye. Sorry, I just need to look up something. Am I still... Hold on. Fuck. I just need to look up something and then I will do another video. Oh, Jesus fucking Christ. Is it illegal to stream a hospital visit? Yes. You guys like listening to me talk about the video game, right? You guys at least appreciate a professional's input on their favorite game of all time, right? That's why I found this tweet. It was called "We Listen." Oh, this is how the tweet reads: "We listen and we don't judge. Smash Ultimate Edition," and it has almost 2,000 retweets. So I saw this, and I decided that I was going to look at some of those and judge, even though it's exclusively what I'm not supposed to do. I mean, but you're on the internet, you're gonna get judged, buddy. But I think it's going to bring up some interesting talking points, and we can actually talk about the game, and maybe have some intellectual conversation, because I'm curious as to what other people think about the game, and I love talking about the game. So if you would come along with me and listen to what I have to say, that'd be great. Oh no. So we listen, we don't judge. Smash Ultimate Edition. I'm gonna play some little music. You know what I mean? A little. We need more crazy stereotypes. Like, all right, hold on. We're gonna look at the quote. I don't think. We'll look at the quote replies. Well, this one has a lot of likes. The Goku mentality in regard to certain characters are just blatantly hurting the competitive scene. Hurting the competitive scene has done immeasurable damage to the game, and it's going to happen again with a new game. It's okay to admit a character should be banned. It's not making you look weak. What is the Goku mentality? I don't understand what they mean by that. Are they saying that, like, we just need to overcome and become stronger to, like, beat the characters that actually deserve to be banned? I mean, like, I see where they're coming from, I think. I want to beat the strong guy. Okay. I'm like 50-50 on if I agree or not with him, because, like, I don't know if it's Goku mentality, more so like it feels unfair to ban a character to the people who have played that character. I think if you're good at the game, you can just pick up another character and it'll be fine. But it sucks to have to do that, and not a lot of people have to do that. A skilled Kirby can beat anyone. Well, that's just not true. It's okay to admit a character should be banned. It's not making you look weak. I do agree with that. I do think we need to get a little bit more crazy with the bans, because nobody, like obviously the elephant in the room here is Steve. I think it's fine to ban Steve at this point. I was against it at first, but now I'm over. I'm overseeing Steve. I'm overseeing, like, everyone complain about Steve, and, like, literally watching the viewership drop by, like, thousands when Steve is on the screen. I'm not even exaggerating here. I do genuinely think that, like, having, like, a character like that still be, like, allowed is it's hurting the scene, like he says it is. Yes, I agree. I think it's net bad to to keep it unbanned. I think this guy's spitting. It sounds very dramatic to say something like it has done immeasurable damage, but it's true, it's immeasurable. We don't know how, like, what if we banned Steve? Would people still be down to play? Would people still have fun? I don't know. I like this. I like his take. What's another one? Another one. I can't respect you as a man if you made Minecraft Steve. I don't know where the as a man comes in, but okay, Chicken Man. No flame, but it's honestly even more cringe than maining ice climbers in Melee. I asked my girl just now. To give me the first word that came to her mind when describing Steve mains, and she gave me two: childish and stinky. Okay. I mean, is this just Steve hate? I mean, playing Steve is more cringe than maining ice climbers in Melee. I don't know how to, like, take that comparison. I don't really know. So it was 3 words. Isn't Chicken Man Bobby Big Balls? I think it might be. I don't know. I mean, like, yeah, if you hate Steve, that's just it. It's like, that's basically all this is telling me, is that you don't like Steve, which is fine. Steve's fucking annoying. Comparing it to saying Ice Climbers, it's more cringe than Ice Climbers. I don't know. I have no feet to stand on there. This is just roasting Steve players. I see. Ooh, a counterpoint. Steve is not a problem. Plenty of players have counterplay videos, and Steve players are willing to play friendlies and give tips all the time when they can. It's the non-Steve player mindset that's making them lose or quit. I don't think like that is entirely true. I mean, like, let's be honest, Steve is the problem, okay? We're not gonna sit here and say Steve's not the problem. Like, Steve's very hard to fight. He's clearly the best character in the game, bar none, not close. Like, he is the best character in the game, and he is broken, right? It doesn't matter how many counterplay videos you watch, he can still touch of death you, right? He has many different combo routes. He can adjust his combos for DI and SDI. There is, like, sure, there may be ways to guarantee that you don't die at 0% when you get hit, but you are, best case scenario, against a good Steve player, at least taking like 60, you know? And like, even outside of that, the problem is still that he is campy and boring to watch. That is more of the problem. People are like quitting because they don't want to deal with that shit. That is the problem. He kills very early, correct. Everything is safe. Yes, correct. Steve is definitely the problem. I think you were wrong. And also playing friendlies against Steve players is like helpful only to a degree, because there are so many different Steve players and they all play differently. Some of them mash nair into fair, some of them mash nair into down air, some of them just roll away and start mashing up tills, some of them are actually good at parrying and will footstool out of shield you, and some of them will just do up B out of shield like jackasses and then combo it into up smash because it was a good option. You're mad about it, but he has all of those options, you know what I mean? It's like, it's fucked up is what it is. That's the problem. Playing friendlies against Steves and watching YouTube videos on wiggling your joystick is not going to simply fix the problem, you know? Is there one with like more likes? The more popular ones? Let's see. Too many characters. Competitive games are beautiful when complex interactions emerge from simple rules. That's why people still play chess in 2024. Every move of every character is an additional rule that adds less complexity than the previous character. Well, just like based off the top here, too many characters. I agree. There is just too many characters in the game. There are too many matchups to learn. There are too many interactions to learn. And like, it's insane. There is so much variance for each interaction. Like, it's obnoxious to work around. Like, it's just like, it's hard to remember. It's impossible to remember all of the interactions amongst every character. And I get rage baited in my chat all the time because like, I'll be doing an Iron Man and I'll like lose and I'm like, oh, I didn't know that this is how Duck Hunt's, like, I didn't know Duck Hunt's Nair had a lingering hitbox that killed, which is just not true, but I'm just saying that for whatever. And then people in my chat will be like, isn't it your job, bro? Aren't you supposed to know that? And it's like, dude, like, fucking hello? Like, there's so much shit. There's so much shit that I have to remember. Literally yesterday, it's literally every day, dude. I'm not gonna lie. I just learned that Wii Fit Nair 1 combos into up smash and kills. Yeah. And you'll remember that for a while, right? And like, also like, so we'll use your example, right? You learn that Wii Fit Nair 1 combos into up smash and kills, right? So you're like, you say in your head like, okay, to avoid this, don't get hit by Nair 1, right? But it's not that simple, right? Because there's like so much counterplay that you could do. Does Wii Fit Nair 1 beat my F tilt? Can I beat it by doing F tilt? So you try F tilt and the Nair 1 beats your F tilt, and then you get up smashed again and you die, and you're like, okay, I died at 50 trying to learn something new. So whatever, man. You know, you try to experiment with ways to like solve your problems, and you end up just getting punished super hard for it. That's why I really hate how high the damage output is in Smash Ultimate. I like characters like Sheik or like Zero Suit who like have like pretty honest damage output, and like they can kill you early, right? But a little bit of studying will just like fix that problem for you. Like, again, I'll give you another example that I think is a really good one. You're fighting Zero Suit. You get Nair flip kicked at 30 and you're like, that was stupid bullshit. It was 100%. So what do you say to yourself? You're like, okay, well, this combo will only kill me if I'm in the corner. So you play more centered and it doesn't happen to you anymore. So the Zero Suit player is like, oh, word? Okay. So instead of comboing vertically, I'll combo horizontally so that you are cornered. And when you're in disadvantage, you'll make a mistake and I'll Nair flip kick you at 30 again. And like, it creates this layer of like thinking over each other that makes the game like beautiful. It makes the game interesting and interactive, you know? But like, not every character is like that, and that's kind of the problem. Because like, Zero Suit killing you in the corner at 30 is broken, right? Well, what if Kazuya could just kill you at 30 at any point in the stage? What if Steve could just kill you at any point in the stage? What if I got like stuck between Rob and his gyro at like 50% and I got down tilted 8 times and up smashed and died, you know? Like, having all those characters and trying to remember all those interactions is just, it's very hard. I agree with this person. I've gone on too long about this point, but yes, I agree. I don't know how that makes it less complex. I don't know what they were cooking with this one. Games are beautiful and complex interactions emerge from simple rules. Yeah, I don't know what that even means, dude. I'm too brain dead to even really get it. When you have more characters, you don't get the opportunity to have those deep thoughts and just think about every matchup in a shallow way. Actually, a very good interpretation of that, Sibo, and I totally agree. I end up fighting the archetypes more than I fight the actual characters themselves. I'm like, oh, this person's a camper. He's probably going to do roll get up all the time, so I'm just going to hold stage. Rare Sibo W. Yeah, honestly, that was a W for sure. That's why I popped off when I saw Waka do that like Nair double jump dare against Rauru. That shit was lit. All right, moving on. I agree with this guy. I don't know what he's saying, but I totally agree on this guy. Oh, wow, there's a lot of French going on. Peak Smash moment was Joker crashes the servers. I didn't know that happened. Ooh, Nuggets. Wait, this is a guy I actually know and go to tournaments with. Your entire worth as a person is solely dictated by your resultant bracket. Very true, very true. 2 tours and below are a distinct subspecies of human that will never amount to anything more than the working class of organizers, commentators, and carpoolers. Never mind, I don't know that guy in real life, guys. Nuggets, you are hilarious, first of all. Second of all, wow. Subspecies is insane. Holy shit. That is harsh, holy shit. Hey. Well, I think this is a good opportunity to bring up the fact that a large majority of every video game community is is made up of shitters, quite frankly, and 2 tours and 1 tours and 0 tours. So shout outs to you guys. You keep the tournaments running by carpooling and running tournaments and commentating. So we love you guys. Even if you're a subspecies of human that will never amount to anything more than the working class of organizers, commentators, and carpoolers. Oh, hey, I know this guy. I can't wait to see his valued opinion. Yeah, that was insane. This game is great. You know, sometimes I think that too. Sometimes I don't. But I think you're wrong. Oh, Jazzo. Competitive wise, most people are looking at it the wrong way. There are some characters that are broken and indisputably the best, but that doesn't mean your character can't do it. Saying my character can't do it is one of the laziest scapegoats to your failure I've heard. Okay, like I understand where you're coming from, but like, can we get real for a second? Can we actually get real for a second? Like, do you mean to tell me that if the best Ganondorf player in the world fights a Cola 100 times in 100 sets, he's gonna take a set? No, he's not. Because like, some characters genuinely can't do it. Sure, if they guess perfectly every time and they win every mind game and they never get edge guarded, right? And they never, you know what I mean? Like, come on, bro. You want stars to align that bad? Like, I also agree that there are some characters that low-key can do it and do deserve the time of day, right? The ones that, like, don't really see the light. Like, kind of like Inkling, sometimes like Ike, like Ken, right, for Jazzo. I think there are a lot of characters that can do it. And I do think that some people take that quitter mentality and are just okay with losing because, you know, they tell themselves that they never had a chance in the first place. That's definitely loser mentality, right? Is to just like quit at the character select screen, basically. Spargo plant, yeah, like, I mean, come on, Spargo's just the GOAT. You think Spargo's gonna keep winning with plant? Why don't you go by your own advice and drop CSS then? I'm not making excuses. I'm memeing most of the time. I genuinely think Zero Suit is like not that good and hard to win with, but I want to win with her, so I do it. There are some characters that are broken, indisputably the best, but that doesn't mean your character can't do it. Okay. Plant is an anomaly. That shit needs to be studied. Like actually, dude. Like I said, like I half agree with what he's saying, but also like I think it's harsh. I think it's a little harsh. As long as, like, I think you're allowed to mauld and say, oh, my character can't do it. Oh, like, this is impossible. I think it's okay to mauld like that, but if you're using it as an excuse and stunting your growth as a player with those excuses, then yes, this is, you suck. You are not a competitive player. The community doesn't deserve dev support in regards of competitions. What did we do, man? I didn't do nothing. Why don't we deserve it? I mean, like, deserve is a crazy word. Do we deserve it? Probably not. I don't know. Panda Cup, no. You should never have... Ooh, I like this one. You should never have a secondary unless you're a top player. I totally agree. I totally 1000% agree with that. Icy Miss, you were cooking with this one. Like, think about how many tournaments and like... Okay, think of it like this. The best duck hunt player in the world. He goes to your local. Is he going to win or is he going to get second or third? He's probably going to win. Right? Even if he doesn't win the first time, he'll keep going and he'll probably keep like getting better every time he plays. But like, you need to like be good at the game and understand the game at a deeper level before you even consider picking up another character. Like, you need to like master the intricacies and understand interactions before you decide to like pick up another character genuinely for like another, I don't know, whatever. But this is a Leffen take, unironically. Well, they were both cooking. I do think there's something to be said about learning different skills with different characters. I think if you're trying to win, I think you should prioritize getting good at the game and getting, like, mastering your character first. I have a Min-Min in my region and I can't beat him unless I use a secondary. Whoa, I'm a top player then? Exactly what that means, yes. Light needs to play Wolf. Yeah? I think the like deciding factor for whether or not you should pick up another character, like a secondary, is if playing neutral is like almost second nature. If your autopilot is so good that you can just like cakewalk through most of the bracket, if not, like, okay, yeah, like most of the bracket, then you shouldn't be picking up another character. Like, if you're able to like think about the mind games that are going on instead of the inputs and what you should be doing, then yeah, I agree. Hot take, but Pyra slash Mithra are one of the top 10 most hyped characters in alt. They're like so expressive and cool. No, wrong. They're boring and not expressive and very boring and lame. When people yell Huck-Tua repeatedly during crew battles, it is very distracting. I'm not judging, bro. I agree. I'm a Richter slash Simon co-main. Is that too hard to manage? Yeah, you need to drop one of them, man. Where is Board the Platforms? Dude, Smash is missing so many cool fun modes. Board the Platforms, exclusive target tests for characters. It's a tall ask. It's a tall order, but I would take that over World of Light any day. Oh, here we go. This has got a lot. Calling something camping has been warped to mean anything that isn't running in, and this negative connotation has spread to patient neutral, which is the most successful and thought-provoking way to play, and this is a huge barrier that mid-level players have extra trouble breaking. Interesting. Calling something camping has been warped to mean anything that isn't running in, and this is... okay, yeah. I agree. I've been called a camper who camps in your face, and I look at them, I'm like, you sound stupid. I consider myself like a pretty aggressive, like in your face player, but I wouldn't consider that like how can you consider me approaching you to and baiting you to do options camping? That is I don't acknowledge that as camping. I have done camping. That's when I zare in place 15 times and mash F tilt and grab. That's camping. But if I'm like moving in and out of your bubble, jumping over you, like pressuring your shield, like that is not like that is, I would consider that aggressive, you know? And I think that like, oh, let me continue. Let me read again. Spread to patient neutral, which is the most successful and thought-provoking way to play, and is a huge barrier that mid-level players have extra trouble breaking. I don't know anything about mid-level players, sure, but yeah. Camping in your face is funny, but also because I understand what that means. Yeah. If your primary movement is away from the opponent, it's camping. I have to move in to move away. So what do we call that, hermit? Insane to think you're a camper. I think so too. It's fucking crazy. Like, I'm safely pressuring your shield, and they're like, he's camping. Zoning is not camping. I agree, Sibo. Camping is like actively moving away from your opponent and like choosing primarily defensive options and never going for reversals. Like I consider that camping. That's just spacing, idiot. Yeah. It's simple. If I'm losing, I will insult your gameplay to feel better about myself. Yeah. My biggest pet peeve is people who think it's camping to play a character with projectiles. I mean, that is kind of camping, no? You don't think so? You don't think Samus sitting under a platform charging charge shot is like camping? I mean, it is like setting up your win con, sure. But like if you just like fire a missile, shoot the gun, fire a missile, shoot the gun, place a bomb, and then start charging the gun. That's camping, bro. Min Min doesn't camp. She's just a zoner, and you gotta learn to date, boys. The real world. Min Min is a completely different conversation. She's fucking weird. She's weird to pin down an archetype. Get zoned, bozo. You're camping me. And that's totally fine. I think the fact that camping has a negative connotation really hurts. Like, it's like he says, right? Negative connotation has spread to patient neutral, which is the most successful and thought-provoking way to play. I think this is kind of like a different take that I have, but I think it's very easy to play aggressive, and I think it's very hard to like master camping. But I think you should learn how to be an aggressive player first and then become a camper slowly. You need to be punished to understand the value of camping or plant or zoning or, stuff like that. Type A and Type B player moment. Anyway, I've made my point. Let's move on. People judge the community way too much based on Twitter. The offline community and Twitter community are two different communities. I totally agree with that, yeah. I think it's very easy. I think you could probably say that about most communities, especially ones that are primarily online like Smash. Like the offline scene, you'll find some of the greatest, funniest, coolest people that you know. And then you go to Twitter and Twitter feeds you just the most like vile, annoying people, and you're like, okay, so the Smash community sucks. And it's like, no, you're just interacting with somebody who's probably just like you and has never been to a tournament, but for some reason has really strong opinions about tournaments. It's the salty spittoon. I totally agree with this guy. This is an easy take to agree with. This one has 300 likes and it's in a different language. Let's translate it. Well, that's just true. I want to see the roster hit 100 fighters. That's like kind of the opposite of what we saw before. True, Sibo. I mean, I think people think that's going to be the next Smash game. There's 100 people. Let's see. Link underrated, Samus underrated, Terry underrated, Min Min, Marth, Fox overrated. Okay, Min Min is... Wait. Marth is overrated? People think Marth sucks and you think he's worse? That's awesome. I don't know, man. I mean, he's saying underrated and overrated. I don't know how good he thinks these characters are. These are all like middle of the line characters, so... The worst of these characters, Marth. Not close. Okay, actually, I like this one, actually. This is a good talking point. The general vibe I get from the outside... Hold on. The general vibe I get from the outside is that many alt players don't even like the game. Like, stand by your game or play another one. Nobody is making you play alt. Well, I think you could be critical of the game that you love. And still like it. Unfortunately, yeah, from an outside looking in perspective, I'm sure what you see most of the time is like people complaining about the game. Which is totally fair to like come to that assumption that we hate the game. I think if you asked most players, right, like if you just came into their chat and you were like, okay, be honest with me, at the end of the day, when all is said and done, do you like Smash Ultimate? I think most people would say yes. I am one of those people. This game has had some of like the most wonderful and funny and awesome moments of my life. This goes for Smash 4 too. You know, I will always look back on those games and smile, even if we're at the tail end of like the lifespan where things are very frustrating, which is just what you see when you're online. But I totally agree. I think that the negativity, and I'm extremely guilty of this, so I hate to say it out loud because I'm going to sound like a complete and total hypocrite, but like, I think how negative streamers and top players are about the game is so bad. It's so bad for just like community longevity and like even just like presenting yourself as a likable personality. Like it's done so much harm. And Yeah. There is a good game inside of League of Legends trying to get out. They won't let it escape. I've heard that too, actually. My friend is like that too. Like, he was like one of the highest like ranked League of Legends players, and he talks shit about the game all the time. And I hit him with the question. I was like, do you genuinely think that League is a bad game? And he was like, no, I think it's a really good game. I think the community's trash. When the general idea is that everyone assumes everyone hates the game, it's bad. Yeah. And I would assume, oh, so hello, Izzy. I would assume that's what's going on with Ultimate, is that everyone is just like everyone's just like, people hate this game, you know? But you're right. Nobody is making me play. I play it because I love it, and it's a fun game. Especially, its highs are very high, but its lows are also very low. And this goes for anything in life. But your brain will highlight the negatives before it will highlight the positives. So the negatives is what you see me talking about. Since I have you here, Wizzy, would you agree with what I said, that you like Ultimate, right? You talk a lot of shit about it, but you like Ultimate at the end of the day. I think it's okay to think a game is bad or mediocre, but find it really fun, though. Yeah, that's true. I think Smash 4 was trash, but fun. Yeah. It's a good game, though. I love Ultimate Absolute. Yeah, see? I wonder, is there anyone live right now I could go and ask that question? I can't ask Aaron. He's not even streaming that shit. Let me see. If I ask Tilde and he says it's ass, I'm gonna be really sad. Games meta fucking sucks though. Yeah, I'll ask T. This guy plays Gazi. He's having a fucking blast, dude. Or I could prove my point, but I won't. Alright, King of Skill. He's a knower. Echo Fighters were a wasted idea. Ken was the best designed one in terms of how Echo Fighters should be. I don't... Yeah, I mean, I agree. Echo Fighters is definitely just weird, because most of them aren't even Echo Fighters. I don't even know why they're considered Echo Fighters. Just make them new characters? I don't know. I think Echo Fighters was a great time to utilize the custom moves that they made for a lot of the characters. Maybe add some new ones in, right? Because, like, if you put Lucina in the game and gave her the custom side B, she would be the worst character in the game. That's not true, but you get what I mean. A wasted opportunity for sure. I think they could have cooked a little harder with that, but they didn't. Most of them should be skins, though. I guess. I don't know. You could argue that for some of them. The fact that they had access to so many characters and IPs and World of Light was the best they could come up with for a story is genuinely sad, especially considering how they managed to connect a large variety of characters in subspace despite having very little dialogue. Yeah. Yeah. I think Brawl did an excellent job of, like, no dialogue, like, making characters connect and be friends and showing that through just cutscenes without dialogue. I thought that shit was gorgeous. I thought that shit was beautiful. And then, like, yeah, World of Light was just like, you revived me, so you're my boy now. Hop in the party. World of Light sucked, let's be honest. Like, World of Light was hard to play, and then, like, if you, like, take a step back and, like, look at, like, I guess the plot or whatever, or the characters, it gets worse, which is so bad. Hot take, I don't care at all that the story mode is bad. But what if it was good? You don't have to make a bad story. Like, you say that as so, like, have you played a good story mode in a fighting game? It can be good. If, like, why would you make it if it's just gonna be dog shit? You know why they keep making campaigns for Call of Duty? Because people like the campaigns for Call of Duty. Fox and Diddy Kong was so peak, yeah. And then Diddy Kong and Falco. Like, that shit was so awesome. I love COD campaigns. They're good. They're good. You wouldn't know that because you probably play it for the multiplayer or the zombies or something, but hey. Anyway, moving on. Smash Ultimate would be a top 5 biggest video game in the world if it operated like Fortnite and had an item shop with custom skins, stages, and characters. It would be a top 5 biggest in the world? Okay. No, it wouldn't. I don't think that would do that. I don't think that's true. I don't have like a strong defense as for why, but I think you're wrong. That is all I can really say. I don't think that like having an item shop in your Nintendo game is a good idea. I don't think they would ever even do that. It's already such a big game. Yeah, I know, right? Like, that's too ambitious for Switch One. Live service Smash. The devs are so shitty. Why would you nerf Pichu like that if you were going to add Kazuya and shit? It's actually spitting. It's actually so true. It's like, Pichu's too strong and kills too early. Let's put Kazuya in the game. It's like, oh! Okay! Cool! Oh, this is targeted at me. This game isn't and will never be meant for best of threes. Also, and fuck you if you only do $10 money matches. That's directed at me. I only do $10 money matches. Smash is an indie game. I don't want to waste my time, bro. I don't want to waste my time. I have to sit there for what? 30 minutes while you camp me with like Villager for 5 games. You want to do a best of 5 for $5, dude? Fuck that. That's gonna take so long. 30 minutes of my life that I could be spending hanging out with the people I know and love for $5? Nope. $10 barely makes it worth it. If I approached you for a best of 5, would you accept? I would. You've been subbed for a while. Can't afford $5. Exactly, I'm too poor. Would you accept if it were me? Yeah, man, at least it's not Wi-Fi. Wait, what is this? Whatever. 8-minute timer is greater than 7-minute timer. Also, unban Yoshi's Story. Okay, let's take this one at a time here. Okay, unban Yoshi's Story is insane take to have. I loved Yoshi's Story. It was Zerosuit's best stage. Did you know that? Did you know that Zerosuit's best stage was Yoshi's Story? No, you didn't, because it was banned too soon. And you probably do, because I've said it like 18 times in many different videos. It's a bad stage. Bumpy floor, weird ledge. You can barely see the wall because of the effects on the stage, and the platform is a little too high and promotes camping. No, Yoshi's is a bad stage. Don't ever legalize that shit. As someone who would benefit from having that stage legal, no. No. You don't want that. All chatters are F tier, yeah. And 8-minute is greater than 7-minute timer. I mean, it's like whatever, dude. Like, I don't think it really matters. I think it's negligible. It sucks because, like, if you put the timer lower, you'd think, oh, that means the games that go to timeouts will be shorter. No. What happens is that more people will play for timeout, and it'll make the tournament take longer. Unfortunately, there are still going to be games that go the full 8 minutes, and the tournament's going to take a long time anyway. But hey, whatever. Hear me out. We switched to 5 minutes, but played timer instead of stocks. Oh god, that's so cringe. Longer timers make timeouts harder. Is that real? That is real. You have to play defensively and accurately for an extra minute. That is very hard to do. A minute in Smash, there is so much that can happen. There is literally Yeet Smash compilations of people getting their stocks deleted in less than 8 seconds. That can happen to you at any moment, you know? The timer conversation is a hard one to have, and there is no right answer at the end of the day. I like 7 minutes, so keep it at 7 minutes. That's my take. I'm actually anti-timer in competitive Smash. I think playing for time should be a strategy. I don't think there shouldn't be a timer. Kazuya is one of the most unique and entertaining characters in Smash history, but 90% of y'all don't realize it because you don't even attempt to learn anything about the character or how he works. Okay. No. He's not unique. He's just another fighting game character that we have in Smash. He's unique because he has, like, what, 10 more moves than everybody else, which is insane. I'm just throwing a number out there. And it doesn't matter because you're only going to use, like, 3 of the moves anyway because they're all broken. So, I'd say it's not because I don't attempt to learn anything. It's because why would I learn anything else? Just do the broken shit, you know? This is sort of almost true, but Zero Death is too cheesy. He's got like 30 more moves at least. I mean, yeah, he has some good moves, and there is counterplay, sure. He's a frustrating character, yeah. But like, is he entertaining? No, he's funny. I'm not gonna say entertaining, he's funny. As someone who rage watches Kazuya, that's all I'll give him. I disagree with this guy. Smash 4 took way more skill to be good at, by a lot too. I don't know, man. By a lot is a crazy sentence. Do I think Smash 4 took more skill to be good at? I would argue that Smash 4 was even cheesier, though, is the problem. I don't know about that. Smash 4 was more technical. It was it though? Like, barely. Like, the only piece of tech that game really had that mattered was perfect pivoting. I think that's a weird conversation to have. And I don't know. I don't know if he's right. Smash 4 had more movement tech, but the issue is that sometimes you also just die at 0. Yeah. Like, where do we draw the line at being good at? I don't know. That's a hard one to respond to. Most people who play it competitively currently would actually be so much happier playing a different competitive game. I don't know, man. I'm kind of just a Mulder. I don't think I would be happier playing like some other game. All right, we'll read a couple more. People really underestimate what it takes to be a good commentator, and it leads to a ton of bad ones. People flame out as players and can't TO, but they still want a place in the scene, so they hop on the mic, do no prep work, and then have no idea what they're talking about. I agree. I think that it's hard to be a commentator, and it's hard to be a good commentator. I think you just play to your strengths. I think majority of people who do commentary are bad at it, so I agree with this guy. The base and DLC roster is 99% better than what fans would have chosen for the game. Oh yeah, dude. People want Doom guy, the Halo guy. They want Waluigi and some of the dumbest characters ever. Oh yeah. I'm gonna get cooked. Okay, so this is for offline play. The hold buffer system is completely fine. And if you've been playing this game for 6 years and you still have issues with it, you're bad. I'm sorry. I like half agree with that, but there are some situations where like the game will just hold inputs before like shit even matters. Like I don't know. I think it's like definitely something that people have gotten used to a lot, which is why you see a lot less SDs and people just air dodging off stage and shit. So like, yeah, I think like complaining about it offline is not a very good excuse. Online, it becomes way worse because the window for buffering some dumb shit like gets multiplied and it's like irredeemable. Which is why whenever you see me SD, you'll see I'll say thank you buffer system. Yeah. It sucks too because I'll try to play around it and I will not press the shoulder button out of fear of air dodging. And then I'll end up like eating an untrue combo because of it. And I'm like, that like was stupid. I was more scared of the game than you killing me at like whatever percent you just killed me at. Alright, we'll leave this last one because it's Tarek and I love that guy. Some people don't understand how Smash Ultimate works and then proceed to only complain about the game while just being horrible while playing it. Yes, I think people love complaining. In my time of going to tournaments, there are many bad players who have just said wrong things and complain about the wrong stuff and they just want to be upset. And I don't ever argue with them because he just wants to be upset. I can't win that argument. He's already mad. There's nothing to rage bait. Well, there you go. This was the Smash Ultimate Listen and Don't Judge. But I will judge you if you don't subscribe to the channel after all that reading and talking about the game that you love so much. And I would love you if you subscribe to the channel and like the video and commented. Thank you for watching. And leave your takes below. Maybe I'll do another video while I'll read the comments on this video for a different video. Could be on a YouTube video. Bye-bye.